The first four spirits of God denote the foundation of the world, consisting of God's wisdom, understanding, counsel, and might. This spiritual foundation is reflected in the natural or material foundation, where the first 4 days of creation correlate with the first 4 spirits of the 7 spirits of God, mentioned in Revelation 1:4 and explained by Isaiah, chapter 11, verses 1 through 4. The fourth spirit of God is the spirit of might, indicative of the power and authority of God's 2 covenants, old and new. The glory of these 2 covenants is typified by the light of the sun and moon. Now, let's return to our illustration of the lampstand, which we last considered in part 5 of this series. As we learned in part 1, and logic would agree, the purpose of the lampstand is to give light. In Scripture, light equates to life, but that's not all. Light also equates to day. For concerning the first day of creation, we read in Genesis 1:5 that God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. This was not a natural day and night, for the sun and moon were not created until the 4th day. Nonetheless, since each branch of the lampstand gives light when lit, and in agreement with Genesis 1:5, we could easily say that each branch symbolizes a day. How many days do we have? 7, the same number we find in the story of creation. Coincidence? I don't think so. Now, having established the idea of day, what about night? This, my friend, would be symbolized by the spaces between each branch. So, beginning with the first branch in space, we have day and night, and the same is true for each branch in space. However, when we begin with the first branch and end with the 7th, we have just 6 spaces, indicating 6 nights. Again, coincidence? Remember, 6 is the number of man's enmity with God, pointing to the carnal mind, which Paul declares as death. Just as light and day signify life, so darkness or night signifies death. How many spaces are nights? 6, the number of our hostility with our Maker. How many branches are days? 7, the number of spiritual perfection, signifying God's light or remedy to our hostility. Now, what is 7 times 6? 42. This is surely not a coincidence. Consider what we read in the following. Then I was given a measuring rod like a staff, and I was told, "Rise and measure the temple of God, and the altar, and those who worship there, but do not measure the court outside the temple. Leave that out, for it is given over to the nations, and they will trample the holy city for 42 months. 42 months. Literal? I don't believe so. For careful study shows that there are 6 important 7s to be considered in the book of Revelation. It begins with the 7 stars or angels and 7 golden lampstands or churches seen in the right hand of Christ in Revelation 1:20. This is followed by the 7 prophecies to the 7 churches in Revelation, chapters 2 and 3, followed by a scroll written within and on the back, sealed with 7 seals in Revelation 5:1. Once the 7 seals are opened, we arrive at 7 trumpets in Revelation 8:2 and 6, followed by 7 golden bowls in Revelation 15:7 and chapter 16. All total, 6 important 7s, which, when multiplied, equals 42. By all accounts, our 6 important 7s appear to be paired. This division and pairing of our 6 important 7s is suggested by the following. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. So all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations, and from David until the carrying away into Babylon are 14 generations, and from the carrying away into Babylon to Christ are 14 generations. Do you see it? 3 14s or 6 7s or 42, agreeing with our pattern in Revelation. And 3? It means a complete witness. Finally, our 42 is seen in the following, agreeing with Revelation 11:2. And the beast was given a mouth uttering haughty and blasphemous words, and it was allowed to exercise authority for 42 months. Would trampling the holy city for 42 months equate to the beast exercising its authority for 42 months? Of course. Can we bring our 14 generations to each pair along with the 7 spirits of God? We can. For it is time for judgment to begin at the household of God. And if it begins with us, what will be the outcome for those who do not obey the gospel of God? And if the righteous is scarcely saved, what will become of the ungodly and the sinner? Therefore, let those who suffer according to God's will entrust their souls to a faithful Creator while doing good.